So I have some really nice looking fresh cut up chicken. And the first thing we're going to do is make a marinade for it. And when I get chicken in the grocery store, I want to make sure I'm looking at chicken that has really nice, bright looking skin. It's not yellowy looking. And another taste test is to smell it. Smell the package, because that is an indication of whether that chicken is really fresh or not. And also look at the sell date on the package of chicken. If it only has 1 day to go, pass that by. So make sure you're using good quality chicken. I often just use organic chicken because I prefer that, but the choice is yours. So now we're going to make our marinade. So we want to start with some lemons. And the inspiration for this dish really comes from the Amalfi Coast, where I recently spent some time with some of you on a cooking tour. And if you've ever been to the Amalfi Coast, you know that they grow a lot of lemons, and they use lemons in their cooking quite a bit. Limoncello is one of the favorite things that comes from that part of Italy. So we're going to juice up some lemons. Don't try this with jarred lemon juice because it just does not have the same flavor at all. So get yourself some lemon juice, and I'm just going to put it right into my pan here. We're going to make a marinade. There's the lemon juice. And I like oregano with this, and I always use it dried. So some dried oregano goes in. Why do I use it dried? Because it has a much better flavor than fresh oregano, believe it or not. A little salt goes in, a little pepper, and some parsley. And when you're using parsley in Italian cooking, you want to make sure you're using flat leaf parsley, not curly. Curly is great to decorate a plate, but that's about all. This has got the flavor, and you want the stems as well. I remember my mother always judiciously cutting those stems and saying that's part of the dish. So I'm going to add the stems as well as the leaves. So chop up some parsley. I would say you need about a good 1/4 cup, and add it to your dish. So in goes the parsley. And you want to mix that around. And now we're going to add our chicken. I'm going to put our chicken right in this and turn it around with our hands. And I washed my hands before you came over. So now we have the chicken pieces cut up. Put them right into the marinade. And you want to let this marinate in the refrigerator. It's best to do it several hours, but at least 30 minutes is good. If you don't want to use the wings, you can save that for soup. Get them all in. And just kind of move that around in your marinade. Turn the pieces over. You may want to go back, turn them a couple times while they're in the refrigerator. And we're going to roast this in the oven. That's all we're going to do with it, with a little bit of olive oil. Get that piece, get some of that parsley over the top of all of this. Okay, so then, gotta wash my hands. You put a piece of plastic wrap over the top of that and put it in your refrigerator, as I say, for about 30 minutes or so. That's all there is to it. So let's get that in the fridge while we talk about what could possibly go with this. So in the fridge it goes. All right, now here's the chicken that's been marinating. Remember, you want this to marinate for about 30 minutes or so. And then all you do is get out a bake dish and give that a little bit of olive oil. Give it a little bit of olive oil. Just brush it evenly. And then you can add your chicken pieces. So take your chicken pieces, put them in the pan. Sometimes I don't use the wings for this particular recipe. I save them for soup. But today I decided to cook everything. Chicken breast, And you're going to have to watch the pieces because the smaller pieces are going to cook a lot faster than these larger pieces. Okay, there they are. Looks great. Let's set this aside. And in the oven it goes. Isn't this easy? 350. You want this to cook for about 30 or 35 minutes or until you can stick your thermometer in there and it reads about 165.